So our model for developing business has always been about sort of like not shoving the idea of junk removal down someone's throat. You either see the value in our services or you don't, and for that reason, like the way that we build business is not to try to like manipulate somebody into thinking that we're solving a pain point for them. We want them to be aware of us, know that we exist, and if and when the time comes that we can provide value to them and their clients, we're the person they think of. DC Real Producers provides us access to people who are the best in their business, and I've always believed that if you want to be successful, you got to rub elbows with the people who are successful in their space, especially if it's in a synergistic industry. Real estate is our niche. That's the industry that we enjoy developing relationships, and I think through the platform that you provide for us, it gives us access to people that we wouldn't otherwise have access to. But it suits us well because we're not hard selling anybody. We're just trying to build relationships over time. And having a glass of wine with somebody at a networking event and talking about everything but junk removal, in my opinion, is the best way to grow business. So your platform allows us to do that in ways that we wouldn't be able to do it on our own.
I'm just very excited. Hopefully I get a chance to work with everybody. Again, I'm super thankful that I'm a part of DC Metro Realtors. I'm very excited for the mastermind. Yeah, November 8th. If you haven't registered for it, do it. It's huge. It gets you going. It gets your motivation level up, and I'm just ready to do it. I'm ready to tackle 2019, finish off the year strong, and get after it. So I hope you guys are too.
Amen.
I love my relationship with DC Real Producers. I love advertising in your magazine. I think you guys are also just a top-notch team. And I just enjoy every second.
Well, I met Kristen several years ago when we did marketing events at real estate events around town, and she would tell me about this idea she had. It hadn't come to fruition yet, and it piqued my interest, and she just kept bringing it to me, and then finally, it came to fruition, and I said, well, we'd like to be a part of it, since her goal was to reach the top realtors in this market, and that's always been our goal, is to work with the top realtors in this market, and she found a way to corner that synergy together with service providers and realtors. So it has really started from just a conversation into something really terrific. And I don't even see where it ends. So I'm excited for the future, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
The Real Producers has been great. I'm happy to be a part of it, so thank you for allowing me to do that.
Thank you.
So we're 90% referral base. We've got great partnerships. Recently this year we obviously joined Nova Real Producers, and we're excited about that because we feel we can link up with other true professionals in the industry and hopefully add value to one another's day-to-day business.
And now with Real Producers, it seems like a natural progression for us to go into some. I know people don't like print advertising, but when you're getting in front of everyone that needs you again, it's perfect.
Actually, I don't do any advertising. The only advertising I do is in your magazine. And the reason I do the advertising in your magazine because it is a collective of very professional people that are doing well in their profession. You learn something new every time I go to one of the events. You got your mastermind program coming up here soon, and that's something that I will be attending as well. But I always learn something every single time I go to one of the events, share ideas, and that's what these events are all about, is the sharing of ideas. So the advertising I do is only in yours.
I knew Kristen from Cutco. I give that as a closing gift to all my clients. And when she was launching the magazine, she came to me and asked if I wanted to be a partner and sponsor. And I said, of course so, because I always want to be a part of what this one does. Then that's the only print advertising I do, really, and that really gives me a good bang for my buck.
That's kind of an easy answer there. With being part of it since the beginning and now being part of two amazing groups, we're working with a lot of the top realtors in the area, photographing their houses that they are putting on the market, their employees if they need executive portraits, and I realized early on that these realtors were different. They were ahead and on the top of their game, and they were actually doing around 80% of all the business for this area in the real estate market. So for me, that was kind of an easy task to know where I wanted to be and to be part of this group. And it's paid off. It's really worked out very well for me.
Thanks. It's funny, when we met, I happened to be in a meeting, and I just, it was like my second day at Fairway, honestly.
You just happened to be at that one too, with the region person,
yeah.
And I was with the region person.
Right.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I just happened to be there, and they were talking about closing gifts and this and that, and somehow the magazine publication, Mastermind came up, because you were having, I was like, tell me about that. And so we started talking about Mastermind, and then we segued to power players, because going back to my journey, before I broke off and started my own company, company in California is the guy named Stan Bergam, who started Power Players. Well, that's who I worked for at the time. So like, Linda Esser was in Linda Ferrante. She was one of the first Power Players there. She, and I'd known Linda for a while. And there was Dale Madison was there, and there's all kinds of people. And I wasn't ready to start naming people who were there that long ago. But I was at La Firme where the first lunches took place, and watched the people talk, and I just thought it was great. So when you told me you were kind of recreating that community, if you will, and bringing those same people together, the first time I thought it was awesome. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I definitely want to be involved. And so here we are. But it's a great community to be a part of, for sure.
Do advertise. We're very happy that we joined the Nova Real Producers. It's been really good for us to be able to reach out to the top 500 realtors in the area.
Only advertising we do is with Nova Producers, because it is about building relationships and getting those referrals and working with agents and talking to the agents that are in a position that they are expanding and growing their businesses. So they're at these events, they're masterminding, they're meeting all the different people in the industry, and they're learning how to build their businesses.
Well, the only advertising we do is with your magazine. Everything else is word of mouth.
So being a partner with the DC Metro Real Producers is really valuable because I get to learn from the best. All these amazing professionals out here, both who are agents but also other partners. So, different moving companies. Not only am I able to go to them if I have any questions, but I'm also able to be a resource for them. So giving back as well. It's a wonderful community that I'm very proud to be a part of.
One of the things that I love about being around Kristen Brindley is that she just thinks so big, and she pulls other people who are a part of her influence with her. So she's a constant collaborator. She's always trying to suggest what we might be able to do to grow our business, and she has innovative solutions that I might not have thought of. So if you don't know her, you need to get to know her. And if you haven't attended a Real Producer event, now is the time.
First of all, I really love her. I met her one time. She called me and she came to my office, and we immediately clicked. She does an amazing job for our industry, for us agents, and I just fell in love with her the moment I saw her. She's into entrepreneurship, and she is fun and thinking out of the box, and we immediately connected.
So Kristen tried to sell me promotional products for my company, and she introduced me to DC Top Producers. And when I saw that, I realized that she had a product that I wanted to be a partner with. So I have a TV show that was called The Real Deal About Real Estate. And so we teamed up with Kristen with the Real Estate Top Performers, and we created a TV show called Real Estate Top Producers. Wait, it's backwards. So we took Real Deal About Real Estate and we changed the name to Real Estate Top Performers to kind of coincide with Kristen's vision of Real Estate Top Producers. And we wanted to team up with somebody who had the same vision we did. And so now we actually try to market to those real estate agents. That's why we're a platinum sponsor almost every event, because we believe in the product and we also see the opportunity to grow our business within this community of like-minded individuals.
Kristen is an effervescent, authentic doer who gets things done and likes to connect with people who feel the same way. I got to know her through her Cutco business and also her Real Producers business. I'm a partner with her and have very much valued the insights that I gained through hanging out with her, and also all the people who hang out with her. She attracts really, really top talent around the region, and these Real Producers events that they have are great for learning and also for connecting with other top producers in terms of deal making and learning about opportunities that might come out of these events.
Well, Kristen, I started out working with her as the Cutco lady, and it's been awesome to see her progression and growth through DC Metro Real Producers. And now she's been really intentional about creating community and telling the stories of what we do in the real estate industry in our region. And it's no surprise that she's been able to galvanize so many people, because that's just how good and authentic and great she is.
So that's a really funny question, because your magazine, Real Producers, is honestly the only magazine I have ever advertised in my entire career.
That's awesome.
Yes, well, it represents the community in which I work. And a lot of people who read that I know, or know of me, or have experienced things that I've done over the last 30 years, so it was a perfect fit for me.
Well, we advertise in Real Producer magazine. And the reason why it fits us so well to advertise in your magazine is because you dictate to the top producers in the field, and those are the people that I'm working with. So it's a great good community. fit. It is a good community.
We do advertise, and we actually, I think Real Producers is one of the best because it reaches a good audience for us. We are trying to get more referrals from real estate agents. I think that's a great referral. We have a great partnership because we're not trying to sell the property. If they refer us one of their clients who has an investment property, if they want to sell, we give that back to them. So it's not like we're working
There's no
against each other.
competition.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Incidentally, with our very, very close friends at Nova and DC Real Producers, we have our advertisement in both those magazines, and we advertise through realtors and you name it. Yes, we have an outstanding marketing department that keeps us on the forefront of social media.
The only advertising I do is with Nova Real Producers. That's all you need.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Tim. Thanks.
No problem.